Hello, George Lakic here. Today I'm recording myself to talk to you about money. When you think money, what comes to mind? For most of it, is like, yeah, we need it, we want it. It's because when you think of it, money in itself, what is it? Like, it's not the money itself that gives us satisfaction. It's the associated freedom that we get from having money. All of your problems that you have today, I bet you probably could find a solution for it if you had a certain amount of money. And this amount may be different for any one of us, but usually it boils down to money. But does it really? If you had $1 million, I can guarantee you that there would still be problems in life. However, there's one thing about money that I only have recently thought about, and it's compelled me to start writing a book about it. We have to put this in perspective because the monetary system we have today, it is tilted in the favor of a very small elite, and the rest of us have to pay for that. And I believe that the more people become aware of this, build their own opinion, the better the chances are that this system is going to be changed. And I believe a change is inevitable because we just go from financial crisis to financial crisis these days. There are people living in poverty when in theory we have all the resources in this world that we need. So how come there's this huge inequality? Let me read you some of what I've come up with so far. It's not much, but I need probably a little help with that. If somebody can suggest to me a good title for this book, like I don't want to call it The Big Pyramid Scam, but I also don't want to call it Let's Understand Money, because it's got to be something catchy enough to raise awareness, because that's what we need. We need awareness. The more people become aware, the better it will be. And okay, let me get started with the introduction. Why is there so much inequality in the world today? Don't we have enough resources to provide everyone with the basic needs of life and more? We have developed amazing technology, and yet too many people on this earth still live in poverty and struggle daily just to survive. Some of us live in mansions and travel worldwide in private jets. Many more work hard, long hours in jobs they don't necessarily enjoy. The reward is a modern lifestyle with many of the technologies we have developed over the past 100 years or so as daily tools. If this sounds like you, does this truly make you happy? Are you motivated to work even harder so you can eventually join the ranks of the very rich? What about those who live in the same world of ours in extreme poverty, literally dying of starvation? Are those problems worth addressing, or are those striking inequalities that some pay for with their lives simply inevitable? The answer is not a simple one. As human beings, each and every one of us is unique. Where some excel, others will struggle. What inspiration is for others may be discouragement for others. What is inspiration for some may be discouragement for others. As a result, there will probably always be a degree of inequality. It would seem that there is nothing wrong with this until we come across the extremes, some of which are mentioned above. What can we do to eliminate those extremes? Should we only focus on eliminating extreme poverty and keep rewarding those most obsessed with money and the power it gives them with respect and higher social status? Unfortunately, in our world, money equals power. Those who have it often abuse it without consequences for themselves. Examples are privately owned news media, Have you ever suspected that completely irrelevant stories take priority over news we actually need to know? Why is there so much focus on Kate Middleton, for example, when important stories that actually affect us in daily life get buried? Do we really need to know about Paris Hilton getting arrested for drunk driving when governments spend billions of dollars they don't have, committing future generations to payments they didn't even have a chance to agree to? This brings us to the subject of money. If we all just had enough money, all would be well, right? As a matter of fact, governments are constantly trying to allocate money where it is supposed to help the less fortunate. Social programs at first glance appear to be a good solution that can help those who are down on their luck, or simply not capable for whatever reason to provide for themselves. There will always be some who come to rely on those handouts, and it's not for us to judge whether their reasons are valid or not on an individual base. More broadly viewed, however, it would appear that increased dependence on social programs, rather than providing for oneself, is a direct side effect of these programs. Many will go further and argue that most people on social programs are lazy and will jump from excuse to stay on them, milking them for all they're worth. There may be some truth in that, but that kind of assessment simplifies things only to pass blame. It only serves to further divide us and brings us further away from a solution. If we follow the flow of money as it circulates in our society, some interesting patterns reveal themselves. Is it really the rich paying for the social welfare of the poor? How come we take it for granted that the rich get richer while the rest of us have to struggle to maintain a meaningful lifestyle and some fall on the sidelines? The answer, or at least some of it, lie in the nature of modern money. Our monetary system is associated with stability, when the reality looks more like a pyramid scam of epic proportions. We are all paying for this scam. However, it has been obvious for a very long time that there is really no catching up. Governments everywhere owe big money. No matter how many programs are getting cut or how prudently our tax money is spent, the accumulated debt can never be paid off. Why not, you may ask? This book is intended to explain in simple terms how today's monetary system works. Contrary to popular belief, it is actually very simple. I would like to encourage anyone who reads this not to simply accept my word as the ultimate truth. Do your own research and build your own opinion. If enough people all over this planet know the truth about how some ultra-rich people have rigged the levers of power in their favor, making it next to impossible for some to break out of poverty, perhaps we can find a united voice and seek out new, better solutions that will ultimately benefit all. Money is on everyone's mind. Money can get you anything from your next meal to a lifetime of freedom and luxury. What is it that makes money so valuable? Imagine yourself stranded on an island, totally isolated from the outside world with $1 million in a suitcase. You're a millionaire, right? It's going to save you from hungry predators that might be lurking on the island? Is it going to get you the food and shelter you need? Do you see where I'm going with this? If you believe that $1 million will solve all your problems and bring you ultimate happiness, you may need to examine what money really is. Is it even worth the interest you have to pay for it when you decide to borrow it? I'm hoping you will find your own answers to some of these questions I've raised so far. One thing is sure, there will always be more questions. Questions that need to be asked by all of us, because that will be the only way we can find better solutions to all problems involving money. This is so far just the introduction. It probably will get re-edited, rewritten, and modified. I need suggestions, people. I'm passionate about this. I can't understand why we have poverty, homelessness, um, all these problems in our world today when we have all the resources we need. Not to make everybody rich. What we need to do is make sure that everybody has what they need. Sufficiency. That's all. Well, thank you for watching, and stay tuned because I intend to go through this book with you as I'm writing it. And it's going to come out as an ebook before it comes out in hardcover. It's my biggest project right now. So thank you. Trying to stop the recording here.